Friday. Happy Freedom Friday. Alright, it's your girl Ash, aka Goddess Goals, in the building. I'm busy back, babies. And that's on point blank, period. Here to give a cut and dry message. Here to tell a story. Here to give a word. Now, remember this message, this story, this word may not resonate with you at all. But if you're like, yo, Ash, that was me in the past, I can resonate with you because simply that was me in the past. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you like, yo, Ash, that's me right now. I'm simply going through that right now. I understand you right now. I feel you right now. Make sure you hit the like button, right? And in this message, in this story, in this word, right? It's about somebody that knows some things are hard to let go. Some things you just know. You just know it. You just know it. You just know it, right? And it's like you can love something so much, but it's just something that's telling you that you just gotta let it go, or it's just certain things that you gotta let it go, or it's a certain person that you gotta let go, or it's certain people that you gotta let go, right? And you can love them so much, and you're like, look, man, I love you so much, but I simply still gotta let you go. I simply still gotta walk away from you. I simply still gotta go, right? And this might be happening right now in your life, or when you have felt this feeling, you was like, look, man, I gotta do this right now. I gotta act on this right now. I gotta say this right now. I gotta go right now. I gotta leave right now. I gotta be right now. Maybe I gotta be by myself right now. Maybe I gotta see myself right now. Just simply right now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see what has to go right now. I gotta see what gotta go right now. You know what I'm saying? And some things are just so hard to let go, right? Some things are just so hard to just simply let leave you, let leave a part of you. Maybe this certain thing or this certain person or these certain people was a part of you, or maybe you thought that they were a part of you, or maybe it was just something that was a part of you. But you know what I'm saying? It's like God brought you to this person just so you can learn something and so you can let it go, or God brought you to this certain place so you can make an impact in that place and let it go. Or sometimes, you know what I'm saying, God brought you to that group so you can be a part of that group, and you know what I'm saying, take something from that group, or you give something to that group and it may have been hard to let go, right? You know what I'm saying? That group may have been hard to let go, or maybe you love them so much and you like, look, man, I gotta walk away from this group, right? You know what I'm saying? At one point in time when I had played a game, like I tell y'all, called Second Life, it took everything in me to walk away and let go of something that I built for so long. It broke my heart. But I knew that I had to let it go. I knew that I had to let it go and focus on me. I knew I just simply had to let it go. Because even though at one point in time I felt like it was bringing out the best in me, right now in this moment or at that moment, I knew that it wasn't bringing out the best in me. I knew it was my time to leave. Have y'all ever had to leave something even though you didn't want to go? It's like a teacher having to leave a school that they don't want to leave, or a teacher having to leave a classroom that they never want to leave, or how a teacher feel like, man, I love this classroom the whole year, and that's the end of the year and I gotta let this classroom go. Or you can even be a student where you learn so much at a certain time, or at a certain place, or at a certain thing, and you just like, look, man, it's nothing else for me to learn here. I gotta go to different places so I can learn more things, because there's nothing for me to learn here. But that doesn't mean that I don't love it here. That doesn't mean that I didn't love certain things here. That doesn't mean that I didn't pour out my heart here. That doesn't mean that I didn't pour out my soul here. That doesn't mean that I didn't give my all here. That doesn't mean that I couldn't be the best I could be here, but the best I can be is just not here. And I just gotta let go. Even though it's hard for me to let go. Even though I'm gonna feel, you know what I'm saying, weird letting it go. Even though I'm gonna feel weird of walking away and letting it go. You know what I mean? It's like, even though it's negativity around me about letting it go, I got to think about the positivity about letting it go. I got to think about the positive overflow about letting it go. I got to think about the positive growth that I'm going to get into, the positive growth, you know? and it's in my heart that I know I gotta let go. You know what I mean? Man, some things you just know is hard. Have you ever looked at something and you was like, man, that new mission, that new goal, that new outcome that I want, it's gonna be hard, right? I see it and it's gonna be hard, but I gotta think positive about it because it's gonna be hard. And I know it's gonna be hard. And it's like, soon as you let go, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like when you are running a race, right? When you are on the track and field, you know what I'm saying? If anybody ever ran track before, and you thinking like, you know, how you had the relay race and you gotta pass the baton to the next person, and you just waiting on the person to pass the baton to you. And when they pass the baton to you, it's no letting go. It's like, soon as that baton come in your hand, you gotta go. You gotta go fast. You gotta go fast as you can. You gotta do the best that you can. And you just gotta go. Some things are hard to let go. Some things you know. And you know, when you get to that other person that you gotta pass the baton to, you are hoping and you praying that you did good enough so that person can go. You hoping and you praying that you gave this person a way to move forward in the most easiest way possible, right? You praying that that person can execute it like you executed it. Even though it might be hard for you to let go and put, you know what I'm saying, your faith in somebody else's hands, or put your winnings in somebody else's hands. Some things are just simply hard to let go. And for some of y'all, this can mean just, man, I did A, I did B, and now it equals C. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta see other things. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta see other things, when you gotta go be with other things, or you gotta develop in other ways, or man, I understand that you're doing it this way, but I gotta go and I gotta do it that way. Or man, you know what I'm saying? We did it this way, we did it that way, but this is not the way. Maybe that's not the way for me. And some of y'all are accepting, like, I understand the way that you do it, and I understand the way that you do it, but this is me. You know what I'm saying? And this is the way I do it. And I know it might be hard for you to understand, or it may be hard for them to understand. It may be hard for him to understand. It may be hard for her to understand, but this is how I do it. And maybe some things are just hard to let go. Maybe the old ways is hard to let go. Or maybe you love something how it was done the old way and now it's hard to let go. Or maybe the old way ain't working no more. And like, man, baby, we got to let it go. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that you simply just got to let go. Have you ever had to let go of somebody that meant a lot to you, that meant everything to you? And you know it's hard, or you know that it's going to be hard, or you knew like, man, I already know it's going to be hard. But I got to focus on the right things now. I got to focus on the right beings now, not the wrong beings now. Maybe you were focused on the wrong beings now. And you got to step into the right beings now so you can be the right being now. Some things are hard to let go. Some things you know. Some things are hard to sometimes let go. We have learned everything that we can learn, and now we got to step away and grow. You know? And some things will be hard. And for some of us, maybe we have experienced person after person people after people, things after things that we thought that we would be there forever. Like, man, I know I'm gonna be here forever. I know that person gonna rock with me forever. I know they're gonna be down for me forever. I know it because they told me they was gonna rock with me forever. Forever ain't always forever. You know what I'm saying? Forever ain't always forever. And you may notice, like, man, all right, that was forever, but that was a short forever. All right, this is gonna be forever. All right, that was a kind of medium forever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is gonna be forever. All right, that was a long forever, but you know what I'm saying? Forever don't last forever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that just Pacific forever was hard to let go, so I can get to the next forever. So I can get to the next forever. For real. You know what I'm saying? And this may tear you apart, or maybe this has torn you apart. You know what I'm saying? Every time you get to a new person, every time you get to a new group, or every time you get to a new thing, man, it just tears you apart. Like, man, I gotta walk away from this, and I gotta walk away from that, and I gotta walk away. Oh man, it's tearing me apart. You know what I'm saying? It's tearing me apart. It's just simply tearing me apart. Have you ever experienced things that just simply tore you apart? Have you ever been around certain people that you just had to be torn apart from? You know what I mean? Like, man, my heart is broken because I gotta be torn apart from you, you know? Even though I love you, but I still gotta be torn apart from you. Even though I love you, I gotta walk away from you. Even though I love you, I just simply gotta isolate myself from you. Even though I love you, but I gotta go away from you. I gotta walk away from you. And how I felt about you, or how I felt about this, or how I simply felt, I thought it was resilient. And maybe at one point in time it was resilient. Maybe at one point in time it was unbreakable. At one point in time. And you know how I feel about at one point in time. At one point in time, it's just like forever. At one point in time, I thought it was forever. But you still respect their forever. See, when you are someone that cherishes everybody that comes into your life, no matter if they came into your life for a good reason or they came into your life for a bad reason, you cherish that person. You cherish that event. You cherish whatever it was in that moment. You cherish it simply because, like, man, if it wasn't for that moment, I would never learned anything. If it wasn't for that person, maybe I would never learned anything. Maybe because of these certain things, I wouldn't have these things. Maybe if you wouldn't did that, I wouldn't know how hard it would be to let go, but how beautiful it can be to simply let go. Let go and be absent from something that you love so much. Be absent from hearing certain truths that are projected onto you. You know how hard it is to let go of somebody else's projection of their truth about you? Maybe some of y'all are learning how to let go of people's projection of you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, you can give whatever projection that you want of me. You can feel however you want to feel about me. You can tell whatever truths you feel like you want to tell about me. Because I had to let you go. And even though I let you go, it was hard to let you go. I still love you though. I still love you. I still appreciate you. But I know it's hard. And I know it's going to be hard to just simply let you go. I know it's simply going to be hard to let you go. Some things are hard to let go. Some things you know. Some things are hard to let go. I'm getting firm believer. And sometimes the firmest belief that you can simply be in is the belief of God. Like, man, that's one thing I'm going to stand on is the belief in God. That's one thing that I know that will last forever is my belief in God. I know that is the one thing that I can't let go. But in this situation, in the past or right now, you know you just gotta simply let it go. You simply know, like, man, I gotta let this go that's not good for me. I gotta let go that go what's not good for me. I gotta let you go because you're not good for me. One step at a time. One step at a time. It's not good for me. And you know it. And you know it. But that doesn't mean you still don't love those things, though. But I appreciate the time that I had with those things. I appreciate the love that that person or those people shared with me. I appreciate for them showing what I needed to work on within me, or showing me a different part of me. And that's what I'm thankful for. Even if it's hard to let go. That is my message. That is my story. That is my word. And if y'all got any type of value out of this, make sure you hit the like button. I'll be busy back, baby. Peace.